This is my food, my dinner for tonight. Ooh, my dinner almost fell on the floor. No, luckily I got a table here. This is my dinner for tonight. Stuffed bell pepper halves. Stuffed with cauliflower and broccoli rice mixed with spicy guacamole. So that's the stuffing. Um, and to top that off, we have some tomato, some basil leaves, and some sprouts. Sorry, it's my little, I have a little chabudai table. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It's a Japanese table, so I'm sitting on my yoga mat on the floor. Um, yeah, it's really comfortable. But not currently because I'm not sitting flat. I'm sitting like on my legs. I don't know what you call that position of seating. But I'm sitting this way so I can better look into the camera, which is on my bed. I live in a really tiny house. It's not a tiny house like, you see on YouTube, an actual legitimate tiny house. It's just a house that's really tiny. But I guess you could say that's the definition of a tiny house, right? But yeah, hopefully you know what I mean. It's just a really small studio apartment. I've already ate like half of this. But yeah, I'm still going. So I thought, why not just make a mukbang? Why not? Like, there aren't really any raw vegan mukbangs on YouTube. And I literally searched for it and I couldn't really find much, especially not by any popular YouTubers. Probably the most popular one I found was by Cheap Lazy Vegan, and she's the furthest thing from a raw vegan. She says that herself, and that she would never go raw. And yeah, she kind of like dissed raw food, but at the same time, she was like, "Oh, this is really amazing," but she was eating really gourmet. I think just yeah, she's not really into the raw vegan lifestyle. I think a lot of people think that being raw vegan means that your food doesn't have flavor. And you know what? I don't even know what to say to that because that's so untrue. There are so many ways to be raw vegan though, and you could be fruit based. Um, you could eat a lot of gourmet food. There are so many ways to be raw vegan. And even I feel like fruitarians, they have it good. Like if you like fruit, if you're a fruit lover, like why wouldn't you want to just eat fruit all day long? Uh, my breakfast and lunch is usually fruit based. It's probably once in a while that I have something that's not fruit based, like a salad or stuffed bell peppers, but it's mostly fruit based. This is gonna be me talking a lot of the time and not eating most of the time because I'm really self-conscious about the way that I look when I eat. But here goes, I'm gonna take a bite. Not awkward at all. Mm, it's really spicy. It's spicy guacamole. Added a jalapeno. Um, but yeah, for me, I eat quite simply, especially morning and afternoon. So in the mornings, I either do a banana smoothie, like with a ton of bananas, really the banana girl style. So like 8 to 10 bananas, and I might add some passion fruits. I've added papaya before, but most of the time it's just ripe bananas. And then I have about 4 meals a day actually, four, yeah. And then I usually have papaya at about 12ish. So first meal is about at 8 or 7:30. Second meal is at 12ish. I have about two papayas. Maybe I'll have some persimmons, whatever fruit I have on hand, honestly. And then for actual lunch, I usually do a green juice, usually, but sometimes it'll just be more fruit. And then for dinner, I usually do something with cruciferous vegetables. And I got this from Dr. Goldner because she says cruciferous vegetables are very healing, and I do believe that she's right. They're filled with lots of nutrients, vitamins, minerals, And I found that I felt really good eating cruciferous vegetables each day. So in my green juice, I have baby spinach, and yeah, in the evenings I'll have a salad or stuffed bell pepper, or I'll make like lettuce wraps. They're not real wraps, but they're wraps, and they're really good. Um, yeah, that's basically what I eat in a day. Now I'm gonna eat and shut up. And hopefully not gross you out. Mm. I'm sure lots of people watch mukbangs to hear people eat as well. Like they put their headphones in and it's like an ASMR experience. So here we go. Here we go. Are you ready? Oh gosh. I just realized something. Was that YouTubers, when they're doing mukbangs, not gonna mention any names, but they make a lot of noises, and I usually make noises when I eat, but I became, now at this moment making this video, I've become so self-conscious about it because, you know, this noise is just, sometimes it just sounds really sexual, honestly. So now that's why I've kind of consciously now stopped making any noises when I'm eating. But I'll probably make some later in the video. So if that's your thing, stick around. I got you. Time for a new color, yellow. Okay. Oh, that's so good. So, okay, I am almost finished with my dinner, but I just decided I'm going to talk about why I am not doing Dr. Goldner's healing protocol anymore and why I haven't been doing it probably for the last 2 months, month and a half. I'll have to check my YouTube videos, I'm not sure. So I was really passionate about it in the beginning before I started and when I was busy doing it. Because I felt really good and I felt like, wow, this is really my opportunity to heal. I've tried everything in the last few years and I know that my body can heal itself. It just needs the right tools. So I did the protocol for 4 weeks, the healing protocol. The first 2 weeks I didn't do it exactly right, but the last 2 weeks I did everything exactly right. I researched for hours to get the information just right. I'm on the Smoothie Shred group, all of that. I watched Dr. Goldner's 4-hour free video, and I even did a live Q&A where I asked questions and they answered me live. So yeah, I was really into it. Still, excuse me, spicy food. I'm still really passionate about it, and I think that it's a wonderful option for most people. Probably for everyone, if you are able to afford the one-on-one with Dr. Goldner and with Thomas, her husband, then yeah, I think it could work for anyone because then they would modify it. Sorry, my dog's drinking water. They would modify it to work for that specific person. So basically what happened is in about week three, I got this rash on my face, which I put down to detox, and my hair also started falling out like crazy, insane amounts. And my hair has already been falling out for the last 4 years because I have celiac disease and it was undiagnosed for a long time. So that caused hair loss due to nutritional deficiencies caused by the damage to my small intestine. So basically, my hair started falling out like crazy. I began feeling really depressed, and I felt like I had ingested gluten all the time. I felt this especially immediately after eating the flax or chia. My face would start to itch as well as my scalp, which is for me a symptom that I get as soon as I eat gluten. I'm really sensitive. I have celiac, so oh God, my heart almost stopped. Woo! Yeah, okay. In South Africa, we have load shedding, so load shedding just kicked in. That means everybody's power is off in this town. I'm just gonna continue my video anyway, even with this lighting. That's what I'm doing for you guys. So I had to stop. I asked for advice on the smoothie shred group. Everybody tried to help, but basically my conclusion is I am pretty sure that the flax and chia seeds are contaminated with gluten. It is really, really, really common, and people don't know this. Even people with celiac disease don't know this. They don't have this information. And I don't know why the doctors don't tell you this, probably because they don't know this. They don't, yeah. I feel like they definitely don't know as much as they should, especially with regards to celiac disease. You don't really get any help when you're told that you have this disease. You're basically told, eat gluten-free, that's it. It's not that easy, and I'm going to make a separate video on that as well. Things to look out for if you still feel sick eating gluten-free and you have celiac disease. I'm really passionate about this. I really want to create awareness around this because I know how much I've struggled before knowing that I have celiac, and even after I knew, like you would think like now you've got the diagnosis, now everything's going to be fine. No, it's still really hard. So anyway, I put it down to that. I have no other explanation for it. I also developed a separate health concern within that time frame. It could have been anything else. I'm not saying it was the chia or the flax. That's highly unlikely. But I did have another health concern, which I'm not going to discuss here, but it went away. So yeah, I had something, like right after I stopped the protocol, I had something and it went away with time. You need to understand, like, if you don't have celiac disease, just go for the protocol. But in my opinion, if you have celiac disease, I would suggest using only gluten-free certified flax or chia. How is the flax and the chia supposed to heal you if it's cross-contaminated with gluten? If you live in a country where just the words gluten-free are considered adequate and it means that they actually do the testing on the products, fine. But in my country, if it says gluten-free, it just means naturally gluten-free. They're not giving me any kind of reassurance that there's not gluten in. They're basically saying, like, in nature, this product would be gluten-free. But they don't take into consideration the whole process of processing it and packaging it and all of that and storing it and it getting in touch with other foods that contain gluten. So yeah, that's why I stopped, and I can honestly say that I feel better in some aspects and some things reverted back to how it was before the protocol, and that is proof that the protocol works. It's like high omega-3s, which which I'm not consuming now. I'm so sorry. Which I'm not consuming now. So my diet is basically fruit-based, and I know on the healing protocol it's 25% fruit. So my diet right now is fruit-based, but I still eat a lot of cruciferous vegetables. I probably eat cauliflower every single day. I eat baby spinach every single day. It's like the odd day when I don't eat it. I'll have a green smoothie, no, not smoothie, a green juice every day. And I always have a dinner with cauliflower. Tonight's cauliflower and broccoli. Still tons of avocados. Yeah, basically that's it. And my hair stopped falling out 2 days after stopping the flax and the chia. My hair went back to its normal hair loss because I had hair loss already. On the protocol, it was intensified. I don't know, a lot of people say detox, detox, detox. Well, I know how I feel when I've eaten gluten, and it's not detox. In my opinion, that wasn't detox. If it was detox, then I didn't do myself a favor by stopping, but I have no way of knowing. I'm just going with my gut, and my gut said that I should stop. If you eat something and literally seconds after you start itching, and the rash that's already on your face starts itching, and your scalp starts itching, and you feel your mind feels clouded. If you have celiac and you consume gluten, you know what that's like, getting that almost instant brain fog when you've been glutened. For some people it's delayed, but for me, after eating the flax and the chia, it became quite obvious. So things that I did improve on the protocol were my sleep. My sleep was much better before I stopped the protocol. When I was still on it, it was much better than it is now, but my sleep is still really good. Even just fruit-based raw vegan, my sleep is great, but when I wake up in the mornings, I feel quite groggy, whereas on the protocol, I felt full of energy when I woke up and ready to tackle the day, whereas now I do struggle a bit to get out of bed, but I still wake up by myself without an alarm clock. I have really high energy levels. Yeah, I don't have any complaints. But one thing is my hair is healthier than it has been for the last 4 or 5 years probably. It's falling out less and less each day, and it's much healthier than it's been, like I said, for 4 or 5 years. It's soft, it's not difficult to manage like it's been, especially the last 2 years. It's any shampoo I've tried, any conditioner I've tried, like it's all, nothing worked. And now I feel like my hair is really, really soft even when I don't wash it. Like I've gone 2 weeks without washing my hair, did the no poo method. My hair still looks amazing and beautiful. I just braid it at night, and then in the mornings I undo the braid, and it just creates the most beautiful waves. And yeah, it's really manageable compared to what it was. That's basically it. Not really much else to say about that. I did have my celiac panel antibody test done while I was on the protocol, and it was elevated from what it was months before the protocol. I have to add that because I didn't test right before the protocol, so I can't say it was the flax and the chia with gluten. I don't know. All I know is now I've been fruit-based vegan for about a month and a half, 2 months, and my antibody levels dropped like the biggest amount in the shortest period of time that it has in 2 years. So that's insane. I'm really happy about that. I feel really good about it. I'm going to stick to this diet until my celiac antibodies neutralize, and I'm still going to be raw vegan. If this works for me for the rest of my life, why wouldn't I? I haven't ever felt as healthy and as vibrant and as energetic, and I've never in my life felt the mental clarity and had this quality of sleep. So why would I go back to cooked food if I feel this amazing on raw vegan? And I really, really enjoy the lifestyle and enjoy the food. But basically what I want to say is, when it gets to the point where it's undetectable that I have celiac disease on a blood test, I want to reintroduce chia. Now, granted, I am really scared, but there's a high likelihood that if my small intestine has healed a lot, that if there's like a tiny trace amount of gluten, that it won't trigger me. But at the same time, I'm not even really sure about that, and I don't think I want to take the chance. But I'm gonna have to reintroduce nuts and seeds soon, because right now I'm only doing fruit and veg. It's literally all I'm doing is fruit and veg. Anyhow, that's my story. I hope it explained to all of you why I've been a little bit MIA on YouTube. I really do enjoy making videos though, and yeah, I actually want to share a lot more. I don't know who's gonna watch or who isn't, but I really just enjoy making content. It's really fun for me. So I'm probably gonna do that, and if it helps someone, that would just be the ultimate. That is what I'm trying to achieve with each video. It's not like always a conscious intention, but I hope that my content is helpful to others in some way. I hope something is of value, like there's something in the video that somebody finds of value. Of course, not every person is going to find value in it, but I hope that someone does. So in my next video, I'm planning on sharing some recipes that you can make if you're still following Dr. Goldner's healing protocol. I still eat these, so why not share them with you all? And you can still enjoy them even while on the protocol. They're not fruit-based, so don't worry about that. And they're already delicious. And I think I'll also share this one because this is the first time that I've made this. I mean, I've made stuffed bell peppers before. This one's super messy. The others weren't, so sorry about this presentation. I've made stuffed bell peppers before, but never like this. And this is really a winner. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So yeah, I'm really excited for what's to come. And I hope that you continue watching my videos anyway, even though they won't all be Dr. Goldner healing protocol based. Things that I want to focus on are self-growth and sharing things about spirituality, things about my journey, things that I've learned in life. And you might be like, girl, you're only 26, what have you learned? I've learned a lot. And I think we all can benefit from sharing with each other and not keeping to ourselves, especially our struggles. Because right now, even though you might not be struggling anymore, or even if you are struggling, there are other people struggling with exactly the same thing, even though you might not believe it and it might feel like you're the only person on earth that's struggling or that has this specific issue. And it's really difficult to kind of like lay your life bare in front of everybody and like show everyone, oh, I'm a human and I also struggle with a lot of things. I'm not perfect. Because in this day and age, we all try, or we've all been told that it's not acceptable to share your suffering and your problems because it shows your weaknesses. And with the influence of social media, we feel like we have to project this perfect image that doesn't exist. And at the end of the day, we make ourselves more depressed by pretending to be somebody that we're not. I will be completely honest and say that I did clean up this background before I made this video. Just putting it out there. My room, my house isn't usually this tidy. It's usually tidy, but I mean, it's not, let me say it's not always this tidy. That sounded really bad. It's usually tidy, but it's not always tidy. And sometimes it's really untidy and messy. It wasn't super messy today, but there was like a bag in the background and my clothes were like strewn over my clothing rail. So I just made everything look nice and neat for the video. But yeah, I don't always have a tidy room. And for some of you, you're like, probably like, why are you saying that? So what? But I know there are some of you out there that look at other people's videos and you see this aesthetic that they're trying to show and they're just looking perfect and they're just speaking perfectly and their background is perfect and their life is perfect, and you leave that video feeling like shit. You might not always even be conscious about it, but you do. So I'm trying to be as honest as possible. I could have left it untidy. That would have probably been more honest, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with tidying up or cleaning up or wearing makeup or presenting yourself in a really nice way. It's not deceiving, but I do think it is important to remind other people and to not always uphold that standard, and to remind other people that this is YouTube, this is a video. I am trying to look presentable. I don't always look like this, and yes, I did prepare my background a little bit before the video. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I didn't ramble too much. I'm going to do a lot of editing on this video to cut back on the amount of rambling that you need to see. So I'm going to enjoy my dinner because I haven't had a bite since I've been speaking now, and I'm really hungry. I've just been literally just been doing this the whole time, waiting to eat my food because I really don't know how to do mukbangs. I am really self-conscious when I eat, so prefer to just talk and play with my food and eat off camera. Okay, thank you for watching my video. Bye, see you next time.